Hello everybody, welcome to another Minecraft episode. I'm not sure if that's offensive. This is offensive. Because it is offensive. I'm sorry. Um, I'm going to... Okay, so... One might notice that Minecraft is neither Space Marine nor Star Wars Outlaws. One would be wise to notice such a thing. Because I don't know. I was feeling in a way, alright? Like, it's been a rough while. And I guess I should also mention, before we get further into things, my friend and I, who I live with, I feel like I say that every time, but he and I, a few years ago, in 2021, I think, went to Ireland. And when we were there, we met some pretty cool people that we are fans of. And one of them, I won't say her name, but she's from Germany, and she's coming to visit us for a few weeks, at the end of this week. So I don't know what her we've asked her about like what her staying situation is, and I don't think she has any ill intent, but she does seem to. She hasn't made it explicit really what her plans are as far as staying with people goes. So we're trying to figure that one out a little bit. But it seems likely that she will be staying with us for the entirety of the trip, which is fine. And I like her and I have no issue with that. On the other hand though, that means that it will be really difficult to record gameplay videos, or really any videos. If I had a camera, I really want to do like vlogs, but I don't have a camera, and for some reason my phone, the video I get on my phone just doesn't work. I'm actually going to save my coordinates here so I can go wander. Like what I mean by it doesn't work is it won't translate onto the video editor I'm using. I like the video editor I have, and I'm really grateful that it's free and that it doesn't watermark stuff, because it's the only one I've been able to find that that does that, or I guess doesn't do that. But it does some weird stuff on the other side of things. So, oh my gosh. Global resources, preview resources. How do you open up your... Oh, there we go. Show coordinates. Alright, we'll just take a screenshot of this puppy. Nice. Okay. So, anyway, that was beside the point. So I don't really... And I like... Literally, right as I started, like, getting things ready to do, like, YouTube and filming stuff, my sister borrowed my camera. And it's a nice camera. It was a Canon, I think, 5D TSI or T5i. I don't remember. But it carried me through high school and all my film classes, and I did a lot with it. And then she used it once to take pictures for geology class, and it all just it broke. So I have no way to do video, and I've messed around with the files on my phone. I've made it I've done all I can to translate it into something that it should be able to read, but it doesn't. So I don't know what's up with it. I should probably just put more effort into figuring it out, to be honest, because that would increase things a lot. I also have been told by a viewer that these videos are a lot more fun when you can see the face of the person. And I agree. I think that I prefer seeing the face of the people as well, especially because I want to do some spooky games over the season, but those aren't nearly as fun if you can't see the face of the person. Because I like spooky movies, but I get scared really easily, and I don't do well at all with jump scares. And so I think I like playing spooky games, although I don't do them a lot, so I don't know exactly how I react to them. But I just think it's fun. Like this season, whether or not I'm able to record it, I'm definitely playing spooky games because I just think they're a riot. And I might play some with my friend. Most of my friends actually like openly just don't like spooky things and have a low tolerance for it. So I'm kind of blessed with that because it's hilarious watching stuff with them. So, wow, that was all a huge meandering way of me getting to the point that is I won't have a lot of time to record videos while our friend is here visiting. I don't think so. I want to record. I have to go to work. Today's the last day that I'll really be able to. Oh, that's not true. Okay, I'll have one more full day, but I'll be babysitting my friend's cat. Can I do that? I don't know. We'll try. Anyway, I just want to get as much footage as possible, see if I can get some episodes, get a few hours of gameplay. So that while she's visiting us, I'll have the opportunity to just edit, because I can edit just fine. It's just the actual making that's bad, so. So, I don't have a plan for right now. I was really digging the autumn vibes, which is kind of why I wanted to play this, because there's like it's like overcast, it's a warm, there's like a nice golden like warm sun outside, which kind of makes you feel like, I know, I live next to an elementary school, an actually really like notable one that like adults go to like, they have a, I don't want to give away too much about it actually, but because I don't know. Anyway, it's cool. It has like a lot of activities and it's like extracurricular. It's really popular for a few reasons, but being next to an elementary school during this time of the year, especially because last year I was a first and second grade like teacher, so I have more recent memories with elementary school than I feel like probably a lot of adults do. Although people have kids, like, they blast them out. It's insane how quickly and persistently people have kids. It just reminds me of when I was a kid, and hold on, that's why I took a screenshot. Okay, 171.67. It's up. Okay, we're going the right way, I think. It just reminds me of when I was a kid, and I have some good memories of like walking to, because in elementary school, I went to a couple different schools, but for one of them, the one that was K through 3rd grade, I was just down the street, and so we would walk, and I remember like my mom would buy me and my brother like semi-matching hoodies, like same like style and brand, but his would be like red, mine was yellow or something like that. And so we had like autumnal colors on, and like like they were hoodies, and so that in it of itself was already just like really, I don't know, like it just hit the mood. Wow. So like hearing the kids like go to school, and like sometimes hearing the school itself, or like when they get off school, because like they walk right past my window, and so I can hear them, and I don't, I'm not trying to like sound like I like I don't I don't know, there's not really a good way to talk about this, I guess, but oh wait, oh shoot, wow, that's embarrassing. I just like the nostalgia. That's what I'm trying to say. I like the nostalgia that comes from hearing like kids get off from school and like hearing the school bells, and especially when the sun. One of my favorite things about autumn is that um it's like the world is kind of in perpetual twilight, I guess. Like it's always like setting or wait, I'm so dumb. Oh my gosh. Clearly I haven't been to school in long enough because I just fricked up my math. Anyway, it's just the world is cozy and calm and nice, and I really like it. It reminds me of when I was a kid in elementary school. For a field trip, we went to like some town. I don't even remember where it was. I don't even remember how far, like how long the ride was, but it might have been. I think it was actually pretty far, like an hour-ish long drive. Anyway, that doesn't matter really. But pretty much, like I said in the past, I grew up in Utah, and Utah, there's like there's like two valleys that are kind of connected a little bit by like a little patch of highway or freeway, and that's Utah Valley and Salt Lake Valley. Salt Lake Valley has the city that everybody knows, Salt Lake City, and then Utah Valley has where everybody really lives. And outside of those two valleys, Utah is just a bunch of hicks and farmland, and there's a city in southern Utah called Panguitch that has one stop sign, or one stoplight in the whole city. The only traffic light is in the middle of the city, and it is only like one of the ones where there's just one light, and it's constantly blinking red like a stop sign. The entirety of it's like, and aside from that, there are literally no other stop signs, which is weird because it's so close to Bryce Canyon and Zion, which are both huge like tourist attractions. So, speaking to the point that Utah just has a lot of random shit just just out there. Okay, I came back to the house because I wanna tend the farm. Should I sleep to tend the farm to make it grow? I wanna make a pumpkin patch. So, yeah, if you come to Utah, odds are good you're visiting southern Utah for like Kanab or Zion or, like I said, like Bryce. Or you are visiting someone that lives, unfortunately for you, possibly in one of those small towns, or you're visiting a temple, or you're visiting Salt Lake or Utah Valley, where you will find many humongous families that don't know how to drive, but think they do. Anyway, the point of that, to get back to what I'm trying to talk about, is Utah Valley or not Utah Valley, for one of the trips we went on, we went to this town that was dressed up to be like a colonial era town. So like the roads were all like dirt, and all the buildings were like that sort of like blocky, like angled kind of. I know that kind of contradicts itself, but like I don't know, just look up like a colonial like farm or schoolhouse. Like watch the Disney cartoon The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and that's exactly what it looked like. I'll decide what I want to do. Build a mine shaft, I guess. Here, let me get some wood planks so I can build a chest, and then we can look around these mountains for a good mine shaft. Anyway, there we go. So there are these old towns, and this one isn't a colonial era town. Like by the time the pioneers got here, it was long past that. But it's like for roleplay purposes, like dressed up to be like that for exactly what we were there for on the field trip, to be like an educational thing. And I didn't know. Well, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I'll tell you a few stories about the town before I kind of tell you like the overall vibe, because like I say, I'm in an autumnal mood, because it's finally, I guess, late summer, but in like 10 days it'll be autumn officially, and I cannot wait. Anyway, there was a blacksmith who, my mom was one of the chauffeurs, and I remember her. One of the reasons why this memory stands out so much to me is because I remember her thinking it was so cool. Oh, I need torches. So pretty much, what the guy was making a butterfly made out of iron. He literally just had like some like iron ore, I guess, and he melted it, hammered it, like molded it, and he straight up just made like a butterfly out of iron. It was so cool. I don't know if I've ever seen, because he was like yelling the whole time, like not like yelling, I guess, but like raising his voice so we could hear him. And there was like the clanging of like the hammer and the anvil, and it was desperately cool. So we did that, and then so at one point, I think it was like closer to the time we got there, there was we went into a schoolhouse, and the lady was like all dressed up like she would have been, and like in the era. And so she like invited us all in and was like, all right, everybody, get out your chalk, and like class will begin. And so, oh, that reminds me, another visual, over the garden wall, Mrs. Langtree. That's really good, except if Langtree was like 50 instead of like 25 or something. So anyway, we all did, and we had a lesson, like an hour-long like class lesson, where she taught us, I think, math was what she taught us. And I hate math. Nowadays I don't hate math. I just admit and accept that I don't understand it, and I don't have a hope of understanding it. So I don't hate it, but I know I'm not good at it, and I'm dumb. But this lady was making it sound so cool. Like I was into it. Like I wanted to learn more, and like, because I was like picking up on it, because it was cool. Ever since I was a kid, I've liked autumn, and even as a kid, I don't think consciously I understood, but I think on like a deeper level, I was getting that like what was happening was like a really autumny thing, and that like the things I liked in the cartoons I watched, and like the vibe I just kind of got in the autumn time that made me feel like safe and cozy, like I was feeling it in that lesson. Like I was having those same feelings, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. And then when the thing was over, she like pulled us all aside and was like, or not pull us aside, she just like was like, all right, everybody, like put your chalkboards down, thank you for coming, like we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll like do spelling or something like that. And I was over the freaking moon. I was so thrilled. I was like, oh shit, like we're coming back, like this is school now, is here. And I remember like thinking like, what are we, and I even asked my mom at one point, like, how are we going to get here every day, like will I take the bus now instead of walking? And my mom just kind of blew me off. I think she thought I was just like joking and teasing around, but I was like really like excited and like invested invested in it. And so for the whole rest of that day, I was like so thrilled that like tomorrow we were going to come back to school in a cozy little like settlement with like a dirt road and like a farm and like pigs and donkeys and stuff, and have chalkboards. And then the next day we went back to normal school, and I realized it was all a ruse that I fell for. I had too much of an imagination. So that's a funny little thing. I think about that, like, oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like it. I think about that pretty often, to be honest. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I remember how excited I was and how I felt even though I didn't tell anybody except my mom, who thought I was joking and probably forgot about it as soon as it happened. About me talking to her about it as soon as it happened. Like, I just felt dumb. Like, and this is a feeling that is deeply embedded into my life now. And maybe this is like the origin of it, or just like an example of it happening since I was a kid. But it was a perfect example of me getting super excited about something that shouldn't have been anything. Which I still do. I still get excited about the smallest and dumbest shit. Except I think I've learned these days to like keep it to myself. Because I know that often I'm just building things up in my mind and getting way too into it or whatever, and so it's less embarrassing, I think, for me to share it. And then if it is cool, then I'll like, and if it happens, then that's chill. But yeah, not the best. Not the best. I think this is a good place to start a mine shaft. Yeah, I mean, honestly, everything in here is kind of what I want, so. Look, but to speak more about the town itself, or just kind of the vibes that it got, it was such, I don't remember exactly, I even read the book recently, the legend, the way that, Irving Washington, shit, the guy that wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and the way that the Disney cartoon portrays it, he said something like a quaint town. I don't know. He describes pretty much how it's just a cozy place where people are chill and like nothing really happens and everyone's just kind of, it's just like a safe kind of place where it's quiet and peaceful. And that's exactly what this town that we went to felt like. I felt so just like at ease and at home with it. It was really good. Oh. Well, would you look at that? I should note, in case it hasn't been blaringly obvious yet, I am indeed playing on peaceful mode, and the reason for that is because I like feeling peace. So that is why. But yeah, and that town, as far as I know, I don't think I've ever been there since that field trip, except last year my mom and my dad took me and my girlfriend and my niece to another town like that. It was kind of it was less roleplay-y, but still like you could tell like it was kind of dressed up to look old-y or like very farmy and like out kind of in the middle of nowhere. They took us during the Halloween season and it was really peaceful. It was really nice. Like what am I trying to say? It was another like thing with like dirt roads and like farmhouses, and me and my unfortunately now ex, but girlfriend at the time, we had so much fun. Like at the like we kept getting hungry, and because they had like meals that you could buy in like a farmhouse like gift shop thing. And we kept being like, no, like we don't want to waste money on like buying like a thing, so let's just get like a Hot Pocket. And they had like, cause they had like microwaves, and so we'd go and buy a Hot Pocket and then eat it. And then we would have like, they'd have like instant noodles that we would make, and we like throughout the whole day we kept going back and just kept buying small like items like noodles or Hot Pockets and like Sprite and like whatever. And it was, and the whole place was decorated like I said for Halloween, so they had like a hay bale ride that you could go on. But the cool thing about it was that the path that it went down you could also walk down. So we spent a lot of time just exploring that and just kind of walking down the dirt roads and like there were like cornfields and like like just like farmland, and they all had like haunted like hearses or like skeletons just strewn about and ghosts hanging from the trees, and it was really cool. And we had a blast. And there's one other place in Utah that I'd like to go to this year if it's possible. And I think it's called the Red Barn. It's kind of in southern-ish Utah, not really. I see it every year, and I've always heard from friends that it has amazing like autumn festivities. 'Cause like something I've never done that I would love to do is go to like a barn house like autumn party, like the one in Charlie Brown or like in the Legend of Sleepy Hollow at the end. I just think that would be so cool. And from what I get, I think that's what that is. So maybe I should try that this year. See if I can get down there. But yeah. Autumn just holds a really special place in my heart. Just everything seems so like what it is. But people that don't like autumn hate it, dude. Like when you see people complain about summer or winter, they pretty much are just like I hate how hot or cold it gets and how like you can't do stuff outside just because you're kind of trapped in whatever. And but then you see people talk about like autumn and they get so angry. They're like they don't even say why. They just say worst season, no contest. You're like what did it do? It's such like I don't need people like if you don't like autumn or a season or whatever, like let's chill. And I truly like don't care if you like it or not. But it baffles me that some people get like so angry about autumn for no reason. Like or at least if they have a reason, they refuse to say it. I don't get it. And it takes, at least in, I don't know, it's here for such a short amount of time. Because summer drags into September. And then winter kind of jump starts in November. So you have like 2.5 months to do things with autumn. Whereas I feel like for summer and winter, you have like the majority of the year is just those two things. And then spring gets a few weeks in there to transition from winter to summer, but I don't know. It's whack. Wow, did I really? Alright, fair enough. I have enough wood to make a bench. Yeah. Alright. Huh? Oh, I need to turn these into sticks. I see. Yes. Alright, perfect. And then we can put this down here, and there we go. I had no. Oh, this is right, okay. I like the feeling of being cozy. The crisp, like the chill in the wind where it's cold enough that if you wanted to, you could like pull up your hood and like put on a jacket or a sweater. But it's warm enough that if you just want to walk around in like a t-shirt and shorts, then like you can absolutely do that too. Like generally until winter comes, my preferred outfit is a hoodie with shorts. Especially like if you're by the beach and there's like a breeze, it's like overcast and maybe a little rainy. Like shorts and a hoodie are, I mean, like flip-flops maybe, or I don't know, flip-flops or sneakers, either way, like it's up to you, but that is the unrivaled outfit for autumn, in my opinion. I do love putting on hoodies. And definitely when it gets colder, I really enjoy wearing like the whole outfit, right? Because, yeah. I don't know. If you have any thoughts on autumn, whether you like it or don't like it, I'd like to hear why. If you have, if you, why you do or don't like it, and if you have any memories to share on either line, if any bad memories for autumn are good, I'd be happy to hear it. I really love autumn, as I've said a gajillion times now, but it's true. It brings me joy and peace more than any other time of the year. I feel like I actually talked to my therapist a little bit about this. We didn't really go into it a whole lot, but I think I have like seasonal depression, but inverted. Like, even just like this last summer, there were like weeks where I would go outside and like to go to work, and it would just be stagnant hot, like blue skies, not a cloud in sight, hot beyond like belief. Like, you start sweating before you make it down the road. Just incredibly oppressive, just warmth and sunlight and heat, and no breeze to speak of. It just, oh, I hate it. Like, it would put me in bad moods. Like, and like, let's keep in mind that I am severely bipolar, and I'm just like depressed anyway. But even so, like, there'd be days like where I'd go home and I would cry and just be so like sad I can't find a way through this inescapable heat. So the fact, I mean, it's still really hot, let's be honest. Like, it's too hot to wear a hoodie for it. I still bring a hoodie with me just because it's comforting to have one like near me. And generally when I get off work, it cools down enough that I can wear one on the way home, but I don't know, man. It's I can't explain it. I think I really do have like inverted seasonal depression, which is a tad silly. I don't think I would mind summer or the heat as much if it wasn't so just everywhere all the time. Alright, I don't know how to get down. Oh, I have bricks. I can maybe stairway my way down. How do you build like that? How do you build down? I foresee complications. Another good autumn memory was also last year, also in Utah, not too far from where we were. My ex had her friend visiting from Arizona, and so me and my friend, and then her and her friend, all went to like this farmers, like just an autumn festival. Like, it was all decked up to be like like jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins, and like they had like a corn bath thing that you could like lay down in and get buried in. They had a huge like wheat silo that like they turned into a slide, and like corn sacks to play games with. Like, it was really fun. and we got Dutch Bros, and since I was exhausted, I got a Rebel with like 12 shots of the caffeine in it. And we were all afraid for me, and including me. I don't think people are supposed to consume that much caffeine. We had a good time. We stayed out till late. It was dark. We tried lassoing things like bowls, like metal bowls, and we saw pet some livestock. We pet some animals. It was really fun. It is a cherished memory. And it's stuff like that. Like, I feel like the vibe when you have a summer night, it kind of, can I be clever right now? Yes. That's not diamond, is it? No, I don't think so. Nice, okay. We'll put another one right here. Like, summer nights have their place, right? Like, they have their vibe. And I like the vibe a lot. Just being cozy. Well, not cozy, just I need a pickaxe so I can get this iron. That's why I'm down here. Okay. Well. Up we go. I wanna fix that. Okay. Give us a little more wiggle room. But summer nights are like, how do you explain it? Because every example I'm trying to give of what you do on a summer night, you could also, like, laying in a truck bed looking up at the stars, or taking a drive, or going on walks. Like, that's all stuff that are also really enjoyable things to do in autumn. I guess maybe the difference is when you do stuff like that in summer, there's the anticipation of, I don't know, at all, I guess. Like, there's an anticipation. Like, maybe you'll run into some people. Maybe you can get your friends to hang out. You can all go to, like, the ice cream parlor. You can stay out as late as you want because it's summer, and so, like, whatever. And go, like, looking for trouble, but, like, in, like, innocent ways. Whereas, like, in autumn, yes, it's raining. Oh, this game loves me. Whereas, like, in autumn, it's like the kind of the opposite. Like, if you go out on your truck bed, you go gazing at stars after taking a drive, like, down a canyon or like down by the beach or something. Like, that ends with you. Bruh. Was the rain really just on that part? Oh, I found the border. That's so close to my crops as well. Damn it. Anyway, it's so close to, or not so close. Like, you're out doing that stuff kind of for the purpose of, I don't want to say solitude, because, like, you can take your, like, significant other or your friend or even a group of friends and, like, and, like, again, like have a bonfire and, like, cook some apples and, like, have some s'mores and hot dogs. But you can do that in summer as well. And, like, doing that, like, in a fire pit up in the mountains, or, like, just on the beach, like, it's all stuff that you can do in either season. What's the feeling I'm trying to describe here? Like, maybe, like, it's just more cozy. Like, in the autumn, you'll be wearing, like, shorts and like a hoodie or sweater, or, like, you'll probably not stay up as late, or at least if you do, like, you'll respect it more. Like, if you stay up late in the autumn, time you'll be like, oh, it's getting darker earlier. I probably have obligations tomorrow that I don't want to miss. And even like as adults, like you have work pretty like every day in school if you're going to school. Like it's not like as a kid, I guess it's really different because as a kid you can say things like, during the summer I'll stay up all night and sleep all day because I have nothing to do. Or as an adult, like whether it's spring or whether it's summer or autumn, you have the obligations, but like the just like the spirit of summer, I feel like kind of invites you to drop those obligations and kind of be like yeah, you have stuff you have to do, but just stay up late, just be tired tomorrow and do it again tomorrow night. Just be tired and be out here now, like just being reckless with your time and whatever. Whereas I feel like with autumn, and I'm not saying like these are exact, like this is exactly what happens, but this is me attempting to try and explain that feeling, I guess. Whereas like in autumn, it's much more like yeah, it's late and I should probably like head back, or like we should call it, and we will. But let's just like keep just sitting quietly all together and like enjoying the moment. I don't know, maybe that's a bad example, but it's, I wish I could describe it better. Maybe solemn is the right word, like maybe that's what it is. In autumn time it's just more solemn, and so everyone, like everything's just, it's a lot more like low key, and not everything's an adventure, not everything is like a need to like go out and like do everything. It's a lot more just like, yeah, like this is what it is. Also, one of the construction workers outside just like yelled, and it freaked me out. I don't know, I think I did probably a pretty poor job of explaining that, but yeah, and honestly, maybe this is a good place to call it for this episode. Yeah, I'll call it here. Thank you all for watching, as usual. I appreciate your time and your support. I hope you guys are having a wonderful autumnal September, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.